Cassandra. I'll not be swayed by your lies.
You were always the only one, Ahu. I need you back, and I shall have you back. Centuries I've seen devoid of a single instance of affection.
I wonder why. Everything you touch dies. Everything you behold withers. You are the Queen of Death, and your rule is one of bloody obliteration.
I am what I was made, my pet. Why judge me by laws that do not pertain to my nature? And you too are what you were made. So accept.
Feline is my nature, not human. I'll not allow you to defile my being any further.
You will submit to me. You will take the guise I have given you.
Never. Curse the human corpus, and curse the human consciousness you've given me. Far happier was I as naught but a carefree cat.
Ours was happiness once, and can be again. Why would you resist such promise?
Because you are no longer a woman worthy of love. It may be your brothers do, but you are a ghoul beyond redemption. This entire forest is nothing but your abattoir, and it sickens me.
Perhaps you are meant to be my redemption. Submit to me, and all this horror will vanish.
Save your breath, Cassandra. I'll not be swayed by your lies.
I've yet to peel the flesh from your face, mortal. But I'd advise against pushing the privilege. Perfect. Oh, darling creature. Perfect. Hand it to me. Yes, that's it. Good. The spell is yours as promised. I care only for this lovely little plant. Now go and leave us be. We'll have need of our privacy. Oh. Is it, my sweet Ahu? Never. You'll be a cat no more.
No! Away from me, villain! Away!
I'll be away from you, my love, nevermore.
Away from me, fiend! No hero are you, no guardian. You are blight upon Rivellon, and a plague upon my life.
You are mine as I knew you would be. Soon you'll be begging for my caress.
If your caress is death, then yes, I'll beg for it. This life is not a life worth leading.
Oh, how maudlin of you.
What's the word, Source Hunter? You found the spell. Source Hunter, you may well be Rivellon's greatest hero. Now we must find my sister and rejoin our souls. I'm certain this entire matter can be healed. Gods, Death Knights, this is dreadful news. Worse than I could have expected. Death Knights are a terrible sign, Source Hunter. Historically, they indicate their maker's intention to wage total war. Death Knights are impervious to attack, you see. The perfect soldiers. We must learn all we can about Leandra's plans for the army she's building. Fortunately, you seem to have found a crucial piece of the puzzle. A spell that will make her dreaded knights vulnerable to attack. Excellent work, Source Hunter. Simply excellent. I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source. But our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters. They came on a quiet morning. We climbed high into the Source Hunters sauntered away. From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together. Our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions. My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side. We were a content trio, the three of us, but base impulse would undo us. As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalor, and she knew I had too. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day. I am, but there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, An exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like, but what so many fail to tell me. Did you ever hear? No. I doubt or... No. Continue your search. You are so close to the end of your journey. You cannot falter now.
The Lady of Time, the weaver of history. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Of all the wicked things, the one substance that can stand in the way of the void, and she's turning it into vessels of blight. You'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. You'll have to find more starstones before she does, and forestall her insidious distortions. Most certainly. Quite. The Hall of Winds, to be more precise, where an air elemental resides. The most poetic of nature's forces, tempest and lightning, storm and shadow. She can teach you many valuable things indeed. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Indeed I can. The tapestry has revealed all. Saucy stuff, I can tell you that. But of course, you're professionals and interested in the dry facts only, not the smutty details. Suffice to say that though Zandalore and Ikara were an item, the wizard gave in to his baser instincts when her sister Leandra came a-wooing. Only, what truly interested her was not his body, but his mind and the secrets of the source buried therein. Jake was there too, waiting in the shadows to ascertain that between the two of them, they'd be able to subdue the wizard should he become unruly. No more. You see, he is instrumental to her plans. But when Zandalore became suspicious, she didn't hesitate to play the part of Black Widow, ready to kill after copulation, ready to break her sister's heart twice over. Ah, Leandra, Imp Slayer, Blood Craver, Void Seeker. All-round lovely lass, ain't she?
How might I serve our mission? Leandra. She desires to be Mother of the Void, but you have the power to undo her born-in-blood litter. Though they be baptized in blood, you can cleanse the Starstones still, and use them to thwart their grim queen.
Remarkable! With this spell and the so-called blood of the mother, those Death Knights will be at our mercy.
Leandra won't stand a chance. It'll be over sooner than we thought.
Hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him, bashing him, chopping him, popping him, hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him, bashing him, chopping him, popping him. A little of these, a little of that, a few dead imps, a royal prisoner or four, not to mention the conduit herself presiding from on high. The frost may have taken my pinky toe, but I'd cut the other off myself if I get to relive it all.
Hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him, bashing him, chopping him, popping him, dropping him. Hail, friend! Don't be shy. Sing along. Yeehaw! Oh, hearing him, killing him, sticking him.
But if you had to wager, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would get a few blows in, but I think the Shambino could shake 'em off. Hey, I know.
If it were, then what of it? If the goddess needs something.
I love the calm of the storm. manure for Rivellon! I need water! Back on my feet again. A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
There now. Don't pitch 'em. Well, looky here. A human, just about the size and shape of the one that got away. Must be a gift from the All-Mother herself. I'll wager you've got at least 10 nice full pints of blood in you, human. Ah, that stone will be swollen as a tick. Come on then, nice and quiet. Mangoff's waiting for you.
Alliance with air! Energy surge from the heavens! There's the fresh enemy!
And in the distance, you might spot the most ancient testament to the endurance of the Immaculate Way, the Grand Temple. Master Mangoth is inside.
Toasty!
I could do with a cold drink.
Baking like a cake. Did someone leave an oven door open?
Stay where you are, lost one. Only those of rank among we Immaculates may enter this hallowed ground. And you happen to stumble through these protected lands, with nothing but a yearning for the goddess love in your heart. The goddess teaches us not to be taken in by charlatans. Immaculates, to arms!
I feel better already. I feel better already.
sort of mood. Zappy zappy, if you know what I mean. I keep hearing so much about. Come to hide another priceless relic.
Our great and glorious goddess, blessed be your sanctified soul. Allow these lost ones to be absorbed by higher beings. May our daggers nudge your world.
Stop this lunatic!
What pleasant company. The Source Hunter, is it? I'd heard tell you'd been stalking across Sicile and into fair Lucula. Ever bent on disrupting the designs of our good goddess and conduit, so the rumors go. Ever eager to prevent the inevitable day of reckoning at hand. But the blessed goddess has guided you here, Source Hunter. She has delivered you into our hands, and she has deemed you a blemish upon her ever more balanced world. Only your death will restore the harmony you have disturbed. Wrung dry upon these stones, you'll serve our cause at last. Struggle if you wish, Source Hunter. Your fate was sealed the moment you dared to stand against the goddess.
Stop this lunatic! Please!
This
Fleet of foot! I'm invincible.
This madman is bled like us! Help!
I don't want to die! I don't get you this! Help!
This madman is bled like us!
This will drive you off the wall! This madman will just bled like hogs! Stop this lunatic!
Bled like hogs! Help!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
Stop this lunatic! Please!
I can take you all one shot! Just watch!
I don't want to die! I'm not ready! Please!
Stop this lunatic! Please! This madman will see us bled like hogs! Help!
It's bled like hogs! Help!
Fortune!
Ascension time! Hey, my friends!
both are. Marvelous. Your efforts have borne even more fruit. A new piece of the tapestry has been mended. The weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been rewoven. Rejoice, my friends, rejoice! For now we witness a tale from the eons torn from time, but now, thanks to you, restored.
After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The Void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the Void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the first garden, home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, Source. For time immemorial, the Guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
I salute you, my master. Other elementals lie in wait until with a word you command them to action. Which one of them, pray, has your preference? And that is your final choice?
Yes, indeed. That is our final choice.
Thy will be done.
So that is who we were. Demigod Guardians of the God Box. As do I. We were beings of supreme importance once. Who's to say we cannot be again? Feels like we've landed inside the heart of the sun.
You say yes. You say they have your loyalty still, despite their utter failure. Foolish creature. Take your fate to theirs, and you are chained to certain downfall.
That remains to be seen. I do believe they will remember. I do believe I will serve them again, despite your tricks.
Always am I the trickster, always am I the malefactor. Yet all I do is speak the truth. They failed before, and they will fail again. The void, I can see it approaching in their eyes.
What radiance burns from your being? Enough to scorch even the likes of me, I find. And that is no small feat. Most impressive, yes, most impressive indeed. Why, I am a soldier of fire. And does this landscape not befit me? I have lived here for eons, since the first great peace, when the world as your kind know it was first secured. We were invited here by a great leader, I believe. Yes, a leader. I'm sure it was. The details, they crumble like ash when I try to grasp them in truth. But the radiance of that time has never left me. Victory, blazing victory, adorned our heads like a crown of glorious flames. I'm sure one as radiant as yourself must understand exactly what I mean. What do I know? Ha! Fire magic is me, and I am it. A far better question is, what would you like to know? Take care, my friend. Those who blaze brightly may find themselves targeted by darkness.
To see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Most certainly. That must be the Hall of Flames, mustn't it? You control the elements, Source Hunter, and fire is the most inherently destructive of them all. You can learn much there that will make even the Void sweat. I wonder, do you know more about the Void? What it is? What...
Welcome, visitor, to this humble library. May the goddess guide thee in thy search for knowledge. Why, yes, this church is more than a house of worship. It has long been a bastion of the collective knowledge of all of Riverlon, a home for spirit and for learning. Even the good King Brackus in his better days would bless these halls with frequent visits. As I recall, his favorite tomes were those devoted to ancient goblin magic. Though, between us, he also occasionally requests, in somewhat bashful tones, the latest steamy romance. I say, a humble king is such a blessing in these troubled times. Well, I'd be remiss to fancy myself an acquaintance of the good king, but I serve him as best I can, indeed. Have you news of his condition, by the by? It's been so very long since I heard word. Oh, poor king is so beset by troubles. It seems the goddess has sought fit to test him most thoroughly. But our good goddess delivers blessings alongside every trial. She's destined Brackus to face countless troubles, but she gave him a beloved sister to bring him through each one. Cassandra, that dear young woman, I can think of no finer right hand for our king. They're forged by their very souls, you know, tied for all time. Well, I've my duties to attend to, haven't I? As long as the hubbub stays out of the library, I'm content. Hardly a day goes by that there isn't a fine ruckus down there, though. Nonsense. He's only a bit ill, of course. And what with the goddess's foes gaining ground, it's no wonder he's touched by disturbances. And I'll not hear anything to the contrary. Oh, that great heavy thing sets the place in tremors. I always see them fiddling about down there, making it heave back and forth. But if you're asking me exactly how, I can't say. Have a look behind some pillars, maybe. They're always sneaking around behind the pillars, making a racket.
the sound. I think the altar moved.
These silly buttons all over the walls did no favors for the decor.
Silence awaits you. Did that cause a reaction? Ooh! I wonder what that did. Now to find out what effect that had. Does anything seem different now? Now to find out what effect that had. Now to find out what effect that had. I wonder what that did.